Welcome to the stream, everyone. Oh, man, a new week and a lot to talk about. Oh, man. The Democrats are in big trouble, which is good news. Got my Pillow Giza Elegance pillow. I'll talk about that later. All right.
To the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
All right. Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. And man, do we have a lot to talk about on the radio. You guys catch CPAC over the weekend? This was a great weekend because we had two major speeches given by the greatest president ever, Donald Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the United States. He was in Wisconsin on Friday and then CPAC in Texas on Saturday. We'll talk about that. They were great, great speeches. Oh, man. And a lot happened at CPAC. I'm going to play some clips of that coming up. But I got to tell you, I've got some good news. Blacks en masse are walking away from Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. They're in trouble. They are in all kinds of trouble, the Democrats. That's right. And it's this disaster known as an administration. You know, people cannot. Here's the first day of the work week, and also kids are going back to school. Now, I was talking about this a week or so ago. For young parents just starting out, financially, this is a time as financially difficult as Christmas is for a lot of lower income, middle income young parents. And the reason that is you've got a lot of expenses that come with the school year. And if you got multiple kids, oh my goodness. All the kids need new clothes, right? They need new clothes, new shoes. They need school supplies. And a lot of you have not had kids in public school for a long time. You know, I remember my daughter was going to elementary school here in Boca. Oh my goodness. Every year they gave us a list, and teachers do things in a much different way than when I was in school. They would give us a list that were the required supplies for the school year for the kid. And then the teachers now, this has been this way. My daughter's graduated high school a long time ago, but this was a shock to me in elementary school. The teachers want you to buy their supplies. That's right, they want you to buy the teacher's supplies for the year too. And they shame you if you don't do it. And I remember one year, it was like $400. $400 just to start the school. That's just for the school supplies. And you're in this economic situation we're in now with this failed president, Joe Biden, and this entire corrupt Congress, applauding like a bunch of jerks that they passed this quadrillion-dollar thing over the weekend. You know why they push this and they're celebrating? They know they're going to lose, the Democrats, come November. And the donors, they got to get paid back. They got, the donor. They made a lot of promises to the donors a couple years ago. They haven't really delivered on everything. They've been trying to hide things through Ukraine relief. But that is what this was about. It was like a relief because the donors were really putting pressure on them. But anyway, this time of year is a difficult time for parents. The new school year is beginning. And it is an incredible expense for parents. And you know what? Everything has gone up in the school supplies. Everything has gone up when it comes to school supplies and school clothes and school shoes. And they don't care. All these people care about in Washington is what? What? The donors and themselves. They don't care about you. And they are losing big time, the Democrats. And that's a good... Listen, we're going to have some short-term pain here. There's nothing we can do about that. We have the most corrupt person ever as president of the United States right now. There has never been someone in the White House as sleazy and as corrupt as Joe Biden. Same goes for the Speaker of the House. You know, the Congress has always been sleazy and corrupt. We get it. But now, I mean, they're like out of the closet about it. So, yeah. So that's that. I mean, it's just the way it is. So people are turning. People that are traditionally Democrat are turning. And after the first break, I'm going to play you some audio that is amazing. It's beautiful. You don't want to miss it. Now, did you guys catch President Trump over the weekend? Both times. You know, I watched CPAC all day long on Saturday with my wife. It was great. You know, and Kari Lake came up before President Trump. That's unusual. Usually before President Trump, it's Don Jr. But it was Kari Lake, and she was great. You know, CPAC was an amazing thing to watch because we have this great group of MAGA Republicans that are taking the Republican Party back from these corrupt sellouts in Washington that we have there right now. And it's beautiful. Kari Lake is a rock star. She is a rock star. And you could tell they love her there. I'll tell you who else is up and coming that's really good is Tudor Dixon, who's running against that lunatic governor, Whitmer, in Michigan. And let me tell you, no one could convince me that Governor Whitmer is not certifiably insane. I see it in her eyes. I see it in her face. She is a crazed woman. And I don't mean that by, well, she's got some crazy liberal ideas. She is insane. And she's got a lot of insecurities, Governor Whitmer. A lot of liberal women, when they get into a position like that, they have to prove, I can do it just as good as a man, and I'm going to be tough. And the only reason they hate me is not because I shut down their business and their workplace and didn't let them leave their home. They don't hate me. They hate me because I'm a woman. They hate you because you're a tyrant and you're an insane person. And Tudor Dixon, I only first heard of Tudor Dixon like a week ago, but I watched her speech at CPAC because she was up just a few people before President Trump, and she is very good. She's right on the issue. She's confident. She's polished, like Kari Lake. So CPAC was just amazing, and I'm glad I watched it all day on Saturday. We got a lot of other great people too, but we have some up-and-comers, Kari Lake and Tudor Dixon, who are going to be major, major forces. And I'll tell you, to me, as a been fan of Donald Trump even before he came down the escalator, I wanted Donald Trump to run. Back in 2011, he was talking about it, And I was a big fan of The Apprentice and The Celebrity Apprentice. I wanted him to run for a long time. Not when he came down the escalator, years before. Years before. Remember he went out for pizza with Sarah Palin? I wanted him to run then. And so I've been with Donald Trump for a long, long time. But to me, it looks like Kari Lake. It's like because Kari Lake came on right before President Trump. She is the political apprentice of Donald Trump. President Trump has taken her under his wing. She is the apprentice. There's other apprentices too. Governor DeSantis here in Florida. And when I saw Kari Lake speaking at CPAC on Saturday, I said it to myself then, I'm looking at a future president of the United States. I don't know if it'll be 28, I don't know if it'll be 32, but she is a future president of the United States. And she is great, and people love her for very good reason. Same thing with DeSantis. The biggest problem we have in the Republican MAGA movement is we've got too many great people in a way, right? Because there's like a competition among these great people that we love. It's hard to even choose. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. So after the first break, if you're on hold, stand by. I do not have time to take a call because I'm up against the break right now. So if I take the call, you'll be on just for a few seconds. I don't want to do that. But after the break, I'll take some calls, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on President Trump, either in Wisconsin or CPAC or both. And blacks are walking away en masse. Lifelong Democrats from Joe Biden, from the Democrat Party, they are voting Republican and hoping Trump comes back in 2024. I'm going to play some audio that will show that and prove that to you, and it's amazing. You will not want to miss it. Our number, by the way, is toll-free. Toll-free 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call from anywhere. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show. I'm Brian Craig, and this is the longest-running radio show in the state of Florida. That's right. Steve Kane Show has been on the radio since 1977. This is the 45th year that the Steve Kane Show has been on the radio here in Florida, and still going strong. And man, don't miss a moment of today's show. I promise you. Got a lot of stuff to get into, and it's all good news. Remember President Trump said, you're going to get sick of winning. No, I'm not sick of it yet. Are you? No way. All right, we're going to take our first break, back with your calls and some great audio you will not want to miss. Callers on hold, stand by. 888-465-2631. Back right after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines.
Oh, man. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Everyone, please like the video. Got some great stuff here. Steve Kane Show. There. Steve Kane Show. Oh.
My pillow guy. Mike Lindell. Where is Mike? He is the greatest.
Now, let's see here. Now, he may be watching, so it may spoil it, but one of the callers on hold is Richie the bus driver. What do you think the chances are, no matter what I'm talking about, he's not going to want to talk about it. He's going to want to talk about either what Mark Levin did last night or Steve Hilton on their programs. What do you guys think? That's usually his Monday call.
And the Steve Kane Show at the same time. Go to mypillow.com and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout for huge savings on MyPillow products. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects
Levin?
on radio.
Sometimes it's Steve Hilton.
Jarring sound effects to get your
You know,
attention.
I like Mark Levin, okay? I like his radio show, but I find his television show boring. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Mark Levin's TV show is boring? I like Mark Levin. I like his radio show, but the TV show,
Or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs. Wings just the way you like them. Plump, tender, and delicious. Crispy.
You don't find it boring?
Succulent on the inside.
Yes, boring, no.
Nothing.
No, he's great, okay. No, I like Mark Levin's radio show. The TV show,
Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of
I know.
the road.
He's not boring. Okay. I guess I'm in the minority on the TV. I'm not talking about his radio show. I'm talking about the TV show. I like his radio show.
An ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the
Really?
radio say,
I haven't listened in a while.
customizes my home insurance, so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward into art class.
A 4-foot replica of the Statue of Liberty using elbow macaroni
With glue and art supplies from Staples.
by tomorrow.
Right now, 24-count Crayola crayons and Polly Pocket folders are just 50 cents each, and 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only, limit 30. On the air since 1977. It's the Steve Kane Show.
Yes, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. Oh, man, and I got to tell you, it is hurricane season. It is rainy season, And if you've got a wet spot on your ceiling, you got a problem because you've got a leak in your roof. You want to call Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. Don't do what Steve Kane did. Ignore that little leak, that little wet spot on your ceiling that gets bigger and bigger. And the next thing you know, you got another wet spot and another wet spot, a wet spot here, a wet spot there. Everywhere you have a ceiling, there's a wet spot. And then you got to get a whole new roof. Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting is a Florida roofing and general contractor. That is the highest level of contractor's license in the state of Florida, and he will never sell you a new roof that you do not need. That's right. If you just need a simple repair, Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting, he'll do a simple repair. He does all kinds of roofs too, residential homes, businesses, commercial properties, apartment buildings, condos. He even has done church roofs. And if you're a MAGA person and you want to have the roof that is the talk of the town, how about a Trump roof? You know what a Trump roof is? Well, right here, I have a tile here, a roofing tile, right here behind me in the radio studio here in Boca. That is the tile that is used on the roof at Mar-a-Lago. That's right, you can sleep under the same roof that President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump sleep under. That's right, Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting has the tiles that are on Mar-a-Lago's roof. So when you call Tom Laporta, if you're interested in that, ask him about the Trump roof. He'll tell you all about it. Can you imagine the bragging rights to all your MAGA friends, right, that you've got a Trump roof? It's absolutely amazing. They are special tiles that are special colors and actually multicolored, and it's a complex thing. Tom Laporta not only can do it, he has the tiles. Give him a call. No matter where you are in the state of Florida, by the way, Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting can help you. From the Panhandle to Key West and everywhere in between. This number rings directly to his cell phone, 954-604-4602. And don't forget, Tom Laporta is a good MAGA guy. 954-604-4602 and online, LaportaContracting.com. All right, so callers on hold, stand by. I want to play a piece of audio here. And this is amazing. A young conservative girl went to a grocery store parking lot in a black neighborhood and interviewed black people only on their way in and their way out of the grocery store and asked them about Joe Biden. These are people that are lifelong Democrats. All of them are black. It's in Texas, but it's in a Democrat part of Texas, in a Democrat neighborhood. It's a neighborhood that's a black neighborhood. Everyone you hear in this is black, except the girl doing the interview. She's Hispanic. Listen to this. Blacks are abandoning Biden and the Democrats, and they're waiting for Trump in 2024. Listen to this.
Joe Biden keeps tweeting out things like this, how the gas prices are lowering, that, we're not really in a recession.
We are going through a recession right now. You have to actually be out here to actually see the results of what's going on in this recession. And trust me, it is a recession because it is hard for us right now.
So what would you say to Joe Biden, who says we're not really in a recession?
You need to do your homework. Yeah. It's real bad out here. It's easy to see it from the comfort of where you at right now. You don't have to go through what we're going through. So it's easy to say that.
Are you happy with Joe Biden as president?
No, I'm not.
No? You think he's doing a good job, bad job?
He sucked. He ain't doing
Get Joe Biden out of office?
Get him out. Get his ass out. Get him out, coach.
What do you think about the Biden administration redefining the term recession?
That doesn't sound like a recession to me.
This is the worst recession we've been in. To be honest, we've never had a recession where gas, housing, you name it. At one time, even when people's houses were going into foreclosure, those people that lost their homes could at least still go into a grocery store and buy a regular price item. Now you've got houses that are out of control, cars out of control, gas out of control, food out of control.
So technically we're in a recession, but Joe Biden and his administration say we're not. What do you think about that?
He crazy too.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you think that he's doing a good job or a bad job as president?
Bad job. He making it worse. Hell, we could have kept Donald Trump for this.
As a 17-year-old who is in college and high school, I'm in dual credit. If you need help, just let us know, because I'll step in. Because at this point, y'all ain't doing it right. I am a female, so yes, I'm aware of what Trump has done in the past. But as far as running the country, he did better than Biden.
I feel like everything going up. Like it's not making sense to me how when Trump was here, everything was low. Like we had like $2-3 worth of gas.
A lot of people are going to actually vote for Trump that never thought. This Oak Cliff, Texas. Trust me, a lot of us will vote for him now than we did before because we went for the good guy saying the right things. But as soon as he got in office, he did everything wrong. He turned around every policy that Trump done.
Wow, I mean, that's amazing. By the way, the girl doing that interview, her name is Savannah Hernandez. You can find her on social media. Sav says, S-A-V says, she's very, very good. She's in with Jack Posobiec and some others. And she's a Texas girl who's Hispanic. So you got and she's young. She's in her 20s. So you've got a girl who is in two categories that the Democrats take for granted, Hispanic and in their 20s, interviewing black Democrats, and they're all fed up with Biden. And that old saying that you don't hear about too much anymore, I haven't heard this from anyone but me, tell you the truth, people vote their pocketbooks. You have lifelong Democrats that they tell you they voted for Biden, and they're in trouble now. All right, I want to hear your thoughts on this. That's amazing. I might play that audio once an hour on the show today. What do you think? Blacks walking away from the Democrat Party, waiting for... They don't even like President Trump. I don't know why, but they don't even like President Trump, and they're going to vote for him because, you know, they just came out of the grocery store, and prices are through the roof. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Louisiana.
Oh, hey, Louisiana. Oh, man. Are you going to walk away with the rest of the blacks from that audience?
I'm a diehard Democrat.
Oh, okay. So high prices, inflation, high gas, all that, that doesn't bother you. Don't care. Okay, I get it. Okay, you're rich.
I'm not rich. But I want to say something funny to you. Your commercial you had by Tom LaPorter about the roofing, and you can call him because you want to roof.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, it's true. If you go, if you see Mar-a-Lago, I did a video on my YouTube channel not long ago. I walked around and gave a tour of the grounds outside Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago has a very special roof with special roof tiles that are special colors, and
you can afford that.
Most can't, I would imagine, a Mar-a-Lago roof.
Why would you? But what I want to say to them too.
Well, not everybody is down and out like you are. There are people that can afford things.
I can afford things.
Well, you just said you're not rich.
You're not rich either. Nobody is rich.
Nobody is rich. Oh, really? Nobody is rich? Come to Ron DeSantis' Free Florida. There's lots of rich people here that can afford a Mar-a-Lago Trump roof.
I know there's people with money. But there's people just as quick as they got that money, they can lose that money.
Okay. Well, then don't get a Trump roof then. It's not for everyone. What's a Biden roof made out of? Straw? Hay?
No.
Leaves from tree branches and things?
What I want to say to you is, you talking about, I want to ask you, if Donald Trump...
Please, if you ask me, you might get arrested. Axing someone, that could kill someone. It could... Ask. Not axe. Axe is like what they do in the slasher movies.
Don't make fun of me.
Well, I'm just trying... I don't want you to sound stupid.
You're a grown man. Don't do it.
I'm up against the break. What do you got?
What I wanted to talk to you about was, now if Trump wasn't have backed Kerry Lake and those people, would you have been?
If what?
Wouldn't have backed Kerry Lake.
If Trump didn't back, no, I will back whoever President Trump backs and whoever he tells me to back. But I got to run for a break. All right, appreciate the call, Louisiana. We'll be back after this break. We'll back whoever President Trump backs and whoever he tells me to back. But I got to run for a break. All right, appreciate the call, Louisiana. We'll be back after this break.
Making morning radio great.
All our breaks are hard breaks. We have to take them right on time. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Make sure you like the video, guys. If you're new here, subscribe. This is our bottom of the hour break. It's the longest break of the program. I'm going to disconnect my mic. I got to charge up my phone here. Hold on. I need a new phone, but I'm waiting for the 14 to come out if I can.
For the surface streets, just a disabled vehicle block on the right shoulder now on I-95 heading northbound at Lantana Road. Also I-95 heading southbound at Linton Boulevard. The right shoulder is blocked there by a disabled vehicle. Light traffic on Jog Road heading southbound passing Atlantic Avenue. Also some light traffic on Southern Boulevard eastbound now coming out of the Acreage. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle: air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's Traffic on Chris Barr.
Do you suffer from neuropathy? I did.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is my Giza Elegance pillow back here. Next break, I'm going to do a commercial with that. I'll plug my mic back in after the break. I'm just charging up my phone.
Muscle twitching have all but disappeared. Say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. Call Lighthouse Medical Center for a free consultation. 754-222-6642.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation, each style embodying a distinct character and a vibe that's unique to your personality and style. Stop to our showroom at Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Visit our website, FloridaLuxuryCabinets.com.
It's hurricane season, and if you have a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. When we had a leak in our roof at the Kane household, we called Tom Laporta. He's the best in the business. Remember, small leaks turn into medium leaks, and medium leaks turn into big problems.
Mad Cow, $5 super chat there. Thank you. I'm not in the chat much, but listen. And God, I love the show. Mark from Australia. Well, thank you so much for that super chat. Everyone thank Mad Cow Mark for that super chat. All right, let me plug the mic back in. Yeah, I have an iPhone Pro, and let me see here. Let me do a test. Yeah, there we go. Mic's back. And I went to get a 13 a few months ago, and it's just like the 12. And the 14 comes out next month, and my phone's about had it. But I'm trying to stretch out my iPhone 12 until the 14s come out next month. Yeah, these, by the way, the next commercial I'm going to do this. This is the Giza Elegance pillow. It's the Giza cover, the Giza cotton cover. It's a little nicer than the standard My Pillow. I have 4 of these. They're buy one get one free with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. That's right. Oh man.
Auto mechanic, you probably don't think they exist, but one does. Eddie at Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca will never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle doesn't need. He works on all makes and models, new, old, classic cars, even hybrids. Champagne Automotive Repair is the official mechanic of the Steve Kane Show. Call 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101. Make sure you tell him.
All right, get ready to come back.
of shoes for your kids or for mom and dad today. Find Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show, celebrating 45 years on the air.
All right, we are back. It is the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE. 1. Blacks walking away from the Democrat Party because of Joe Biden's failures. Lifelong Democrats. Amazing. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Richie.
Hey, Richie.
To you. You know,
which is going to be?
That just called you up. I mean, he's so close-minded, he won't change his mind. He says, I'm going to stay a Democrat no matter what. If they could burn the country down, he's still going to stay a Democrat. Well, I got to ask you a question. I watched CPAC, and President Trump was excellent. His speeches were inspiring, everything that you wanted to hear. The man is Superman to me, just like he is to you. But here's the deal. There's a guy that they mentioned. I was watching it on that America Voices.
Real America's Voice.
Yeah, it's the way the media conduct themselves, that they hide people. They hide black people that they don't want the United States people to hear, especially the black community. Do you know who Mark Robinson is?
Oh, yeah. He's the lieutenant governor of what state? Is that? Yeah, North Carolina. I saw his speech. He was very good.
Well, yeah, but you got to YouTube this guy. They got the gays after him. They got Black Lives Matter after him. They got the media after him. I could go on. They got the NRA. He's an NRA guy. He spoke at the end. They are all against him. They're asking him to resign. It's incredible. This guy is...
So basically, this is interesting. So the Democrats, the white Democrats, they got together basically a lynch mob. They got a black Republican who's very charismatic, very conservative, and they want to run him out of public life.
Absolutely.
Wow.
They're calling him a racist, a bigot.
How can he be a racist? He's black.
He's a born-again Christian.
Wait a minute. They're calling him a racist. He's a black man. How's that possible?
And before each speech, this guy actually gives a prayer because he thanks Jesus for everything. The guy is a super...
You know, and I'll tell you, that guy, what's his name again? I saw the speech.
Robinson.
Okay, Mark Robertson. And I'll tell you this, I have never heard of that guy. And you know what? Most conservatives haven't. He's the lieutenant governor of where? North Carolina? And I watched it. I have never seen a person who's completely an unknown person come out and take command of a room of people that don't know him like he did. He came out on that stage, and in 1 second, he had control of the entire room. That's amazing. That's why they're after him. Yeah,
get him on the show as an interview because he would go. He's a superstar. This guy. He loves the United States. He loves the founding.
Well, I don't want to, listen, I don't want to bring a black conservative on the show like I'm an anthropologist and, be like I found this lost tribe of MAGA people somewhere off the Nile River in the deepest parts of Africa. But I know what you mean. I mean, he is an amazing person, even though I keep forgetting his name.
You got to watch YouTube with this guy. I know you're going to love this. But here's the deal about this vote this weekend. I got to say something. Kamala was the last vote. I want to thank Georgia for putting in 2 left-wing kooks as senators because of that, this low life and president of the Senate who can't say a sentence unless she goes around the same words 14 times. Voted this bill in. And Lindsey Graham said something. I'm not a great Lindsey Graham fan, but he said something. They are doing it because they can. Because 50% of this country, at least half of this country, is against this bill. All the Republicans...
Well, let me tell you, okay, I watch this. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to come on here and, how dare they? There's a recession and they're raising taxes. I mean, everyone's doing that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I watched it. And I saw them applauding afterwards, Let them have their moment. That's the last victory they're going to see for years. They pushed this thing through because they're going to be kicked out in November. They have to go, remember, a lot of them are up for re-election, and then others, they have to go and campaign for House people and governors and stuff. This is their last celebration that you're going to see with Democrats for years to come. So let them have their little moment of screwing us over the weekend and just highlight why we're voting for everyone Trump tells us to vote for.
Even rhinos on the Republican side voted against this. And when do you ever see all the Republicans go, all of them stay in lockstep. Democrats stay together, Republicans don't. This bill is against the people of this country, and we're going to realize it. 16% increase, penny-wise, 16 cents per gallon of gas is going to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but don't you want to save the planet? Don't worry about that crap. We're gonna take over in November. Trump will be back in 2024. Most of that stuff is not going to happen. What that bill was about was they've got a lot of debts that they owe to the donors. So most of it is that. Most of it is not the scary stuff you're hearing about.
It's a jumping fish in the water that's dying, that's trying to get some...
Why do you think they're sending another $1 billion to Ukraine? They've got a very limited time to get funding through. All spending has to be approved by the House, more so than the Senate, okay? The House controls... They got to get this stuff through while Crazy Nancy's still the Speaker.
I'm going to go with saying Mark Robinson called them all communists. How do you like that? You got to go.
Oh, he called them all communists. Okay, I appreciate it. Okay. Richie gets very excited when he sees an African-American person saying conservative things. It's not that unusual. Richie. All right, now I'm going to play a voicemail message that was left for Steve and myself Friday after the show. When Steve and I are not on the air, I turn our call-in number, our 888-GO-CANE-1 number that you call us on the radio with, 888-465-2631. I turn our voicemail on. When we go off the air, I turn the voicemail on. So if you call that number any time other than when we're on the radio, you get our voicemail. And people leave us messages all the time. Sometimes they're leaving messages asking how to get in touch with a sponsor. I call people back. People call for things all the time. We had a call... in the last half hour of the show, the professor of Harlem, remember Renee's call? And Renee's call, a little controversial there, with Steve and I. Steve and I had a little disagreement on how to handle the call. All the breaks that we take on the program now are hard breaks because we're networking with other radio stations, not just our station here. So when it's time to take a break, I got to take a break. And, like Louisiana at the bottom of the hour break. That's it. And Steve and I agree on almost everything. So we have very few disagreements about how to conduct things. One thing I don't like to do is I have never been one to hold callers over through a break. Even when I have guests, if you notice, I have a lot of guests here on the radio, on my podcast. A guest I usually have just for one segment, unless somebody super big or something. I don't even hold guests through breaks. That's just me. Steve likes to hold people through breaks. And I have my reasons for that. Which I don't know if I'll reveal, but I don't like to hold callers through breaks. But anyway, I knew we were coming up to the break, and I had to let him go. So I let him go, but the call ended with the professor of Harlem, Renee, learning that Steve and myself, that we both are black parents, that I have a black daughter, Steve has 3 black children, and 2 of them are boys, and he was in shock about this, and you heard his reaction on the call. Huh? What? I mean, he was like in shock, because he's got this racial stereotype of us. So so we had the break, the last break of the show. We came back, we talked about his shock and amazement, and when the show was over, he called back and left a voicemail message. Let me play it for you. This is Renee. He left this voicemail message. Listen.
Well, the fact of the matter is I didn't hear the fact that you said you had a black child, but my response to that is that kid needs to run as far away from you as possible, because you are not the kind of person that should be adopting a black child. Goodbye. Wow,
that's Renee. All right, so my daughter, Steve's children, should run away from home? What kind of advice is that? Telling children to run away from home, Renee? Oh my goodness. But if you want to get a hold of us and you got an issue and you want to leave a message like that, you're welcome to call. When we're not on the air, our voicemail is on, and if the message is interesting enough, I'll play it on the show like Renee. So Renee from Harlem, his parenting advice is that children should run away from home. That doesn't sound very smart. You know what that tells me about Renee? No kids. He has no children. Anyone who's a parent would know better than to tell children to run away from home. Listen, we're going to take our last break of the hour, come back, a lot more to talk about. Call us on hold, standby. Our number, toll free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. I must commend Richie the bus driver. His first call of the week was not telling me that what Mark Levin was doing last night or what Steve Hilton was doing last night, and that should be what I'm talking about today. He actually had something new. All right, 888-GO-CANE-1. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, back after this break.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on.
Yeah, he thinks our kids should run away from home. Nice guy.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive?
Oh my goodness.
Friendly prices at Friendly Tires.
Oh my goodness.
On both new and used tires. New tires as low as $70 a tire. That's out the door and on the road, because Friendly Tire doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and
Steve Kane Show.
feet? Maybe you have no feeling at all. The symptoms?
Steve Kane Show.
Unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse
Hold on.
Center. Call 752
Steve Kane Show, hold on.
6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. 754-222-6642.
Oh, man.
Think you might have COVID? Have you come into contact with someone who is sick? Are you traveling and need a COVID test? Same-day PCR testing is available at any lab test now in Boca in the Sandalfoot Plaza where the Western Beef is. South of Palmetto on the east side of 441. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment necessary.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. Actually, you don't even have to touch them. With Skechers slip-ins, they just step in and...
I'm reading this story about Fetterman, who's the Democrat running against Dr. Oz. This guy's a real piece of work. Oh, man, wait till you hear this story.
comfort pillow in the heel that helps your child's foot slide securely into place and cradle in comfort. Plus, they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces. And most are machine washable, so you can keep them looking newer longer. Get Skechers slip-ins, the "Where have you been all my life" shoes for your kids or for mom and dad today. Find Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Are you feeling over the hill? Tired? Sluggish? Taking those midday naps? Just not feeling yourself? There is help. If you want to look and feel like you did when you were young, call Dr. Mitch Matez at the Biostation West El Rey and talk to him about hormone replacement pellet therapy. Take it from me. I'm a patient. It works. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893. And make sure to tell him you heard about him on the radio.
We take on the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve Kane Show is on the air.
All right, we are back. It is the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Steve will be joining us late. You know, Steve's house is being tented for termites right now. So Steve is actually with his family in a hotel. Hopefully things will work well when he connects with us from the hotel studio. Earlier, Louisiana was talking. I have this Trump roof tile that Tom Laporta has. If you want a Trump roof, I got other things too. I brought in. If you watch me on YouTube, you can actually see this. I brought in the pillow I was sleeping on last night. I took the pillowcase off so I could show everyone on YouTube. But I have with me my Pillow Giza Elegance pillow, which is it's a higher end My Pillow than the standard My Pillow, and I have 4 of these. We have 4 of them at the house. Got one for my daughter too. That because the My Pillow Giza Elegance pillows are buy one get one free at mypillow.com. There's over a dozen top My Pillow products that are buy one get one free when you use our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. And the Giza Elegance pillow, it has the Giza cotton cover on it, and it's got this really cool lining. It's kind of like it's what you would see like in a fancy hotel, like if you were staying at one of Trump's resorts. This is the My Pillow they would have, and it's buy one get one free with the promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. I saw Mike Lindell over the weekend at CPAC. Did you guys see him there? So go to mypillow.com. Use our promo code Kane at checkout. You can take advantage of all those specials you see at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane. This Giza Elegance pillow, though, you will love it. I promise you. Your whole family, they're buy one, get one free. But you got to use the promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, Kane. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, I hear myself now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, turn the volume down of whatever device you're listening to me on in the background, all right?
Okay.
Okay, because we're on delay. Okay, go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Marcus from Connecticut.
Hey, Marcus in Connecticut.
Second time calling inside your line. And I was so disappointed about certain things that I've heard from what you were playing. So I said, let me call in. Simply because my mother is Italian and my father is African American. And for somebody to say something like that to you about your daughter, it resonated in my heart to hear that.
Yeah.
How could somebody say something?
You're talking about Renee, who... Let me play the call again. Well, I appreciate you. Hold on, let me play the call again. We had a call with Renee from Harlem on Friday, and he had this liberal stereotype of us. And then when I told him that I have a black child, Steve has black children, the call in with him saying, "What?" And then after the show, he left this on our voicemail, this message.
Well, the fact of the matter is I didn't hear the fact that you said you had a black child, but my response to that is that kid needs to run as far away from you as possible, because you are not the kind of person that should be adopting a black child. Goodbye.
Wow, yeah, he wants my daughter and Steve's kids to run away from home.
Oh, my goodness. You know, Brian, I respect you. Because if that person would even actually look at the fact, most black children are not adopted by other black kids.
Parents, yeah. Blacks don't adopt. Black people don't adopt. So it's very rare. It's very rare for blacks to adopt. Usually, it's white people that do the adopting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
well, I'll tell you this, okay? You ask what kind of person would say something like that? It's easy, a Democrat. And, this is something I've dealt with liberal blacks. My daughter's 23 years old, right? I've been dealing with this her whole life. When, my wife and I adopted her the morning after she was born, and we had to go to the hospital to meet the birth mother the morning after she gave birth. And our adoption attorney met us there at the hospital. We got out of the elevator, and the adoption attorney was waiting for us. We were talking. A nurse at the nurse's station, who's black, heard us and saw that the child was going to be adopted by us white people, and she says, that ain't happening. And the black nurse went into the room and tried to talk the birth mother out of allowing us to adopt our daughter because we're white. Can you believe that? I mean, isn't that crazy? Steve Kane had a similar thing with one of his adoptions happen at the hospital.
It's unbelievable, Brian. You know, these liberals, I don't want to, I'm not going to say nothing negative.
No, the liberals are lowlives. They're disgusting people.
But I was so excited about the NAGA situation going on. But anyway, make a long story short, I was so disappointed about that. So that's why I had to call.
Well, I'll tell you. When I adopted my daughter, it was a big part of the show, right? Because we were talking about it and everything else. There were and the adoption attorney we had on the show, right? And the adoption attorney that I used my wife and I, to adopt our daughter with, Steve used for at least 3 of his adoptions, maybe 4 of his adoptions. Steve has adopted 4 children, 5 children, I think, or 6. He has 7 kids, and 6 of them are adopted. 3 are black. But anyway, when my daughter came home, when we adopted her from the hospital, we had the adoption attorney in studio. We talked about it. A great thing to promote adoption. We had black callers, black listeners calling the adoption attorney for months, harassing them because she allowed me and Steve to adopt interracially. I mean, these Democrats are real low-life people.
Yeah, I mean, you should hear the situation that goes on with my mother. My mother is Italian.
Yeah, and your dad's black. So you're biracial.
Right. And what I see from situation is, I hate to say this about one side of the family. Black people be the most racist people you could possibly think of.
Really? Tell me about that. What do you mean? Give me an example.
There's too many things to talk about. Brian, I don't want to go into detail about it. I don't want to.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, you're new to the program, and you have a reason to be upset. I'm sure you know exactly what's going on here. You're in an interracial family, and I don't know of any black person that is adopted. Period. Certainly not interracially. Do you? I mean, do you see a black family going and adopting white children? Doing interracial adoptions? I've never seen such a thing.
Oh, I mean, I see them in the foster system. But I don't see no black people adopting black kids.
Well, a lot of it's cultural, because a lot of people, Steve and I talk about our adoptions all the time because we have always wanted to promote adoption. Adoption's awesome. My mother's adopted too, So we always want to talk about adoption, and as pro-life people, it's a great thing, right, to promote adoption. But a lot of guys, and it's a cultural thing, in particular in the black community, they'll say, "Well, I can't raise a child that doesn't come from my seed. I can't." There's a lot of negative stereotypes that a lot of black men have when it comes to adoption. It's got to come from their seed. I've heard that so many times from people. You know what I mean?
I totally get it. But, Brian, all right, I'm not going to I don't want to go into detail about it, but when I see my black cousins, they don't even take care of their own kids. So,
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, it's sad. Hey, listen, thanks for the call, all right? All right, take care. Yeah, I was inspired to call in by that very disturbed Renee from Harlem that called us on Friday with that voicemail. I know, very, very interesting. All right, listen, our number's toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE1. I'll tell you one thing about Trump at CPAC that was amazing, because I watched Trump in Wisconsin Friday night and Saturday at CPAC. Look at how much energy President Trump had on Saturday. In fact, he looked more energized on Saturday than on Friday. I don't know why. Maybe because they're in the air conditioning at the CPAC Texas conference. I don't know. But can you imagine doing two? Could Biden do one of those events, not to mention two? You know, you're flying around the country. It really puts into context how physically checked out, not just mentally, but physically checked out Joe Biden is, doesn't it? Trump looks fantastic. You know, President Trump's very athletic. He's out there playing golf, you know, and that's exercise. He is in great shape. He looked really good, both Friday and Saturday, but Saturday, that was, out of the two speeches, the Saturday one was my favorite. In fact, I got a couple of clips I want to play from the Saturday CPAC speech of President Trump's in the next hour. But that's what you need in a president, not someone who's asleep. You know, President Trump really shows you, right, how bad Biden looks. Biden do that. And I'm wondering if it had something to do with that bizarre speech when he didn't blink for the whole speech and his eyes were wide open. If they were hiding the eyes by putting him in the sunglasses. Something's going on there. We're not getting the whole story. All right, our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It is a toll-free call no matter where you are listening to us. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. Back after this. Craig, you are listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. Back after this.
The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 is here. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We have a chance of some scattered showers and storms today. Maybe a few this morning and then a couple of isolated storms.
I've got this story I'm going to get into after the break on Fetterman. What a beaut he is.
I'm WPAC 25 First Warning meteorologist Sandra Shaw.
Follow Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community. Have a laugh with some funny memes. And keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram.
If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Everyone, please like the video.
Traffic check.
In the Palm Beaches, the major expressways are still crash-free, moving up to speed from Boca Raton to Jupiter. The surface streets are also in good shape, no accidents there, but we do have some light buildup on Lake Worth Road East and westbound portion of the Turnpike. More volume on Southern Boulevard eastbound coming out of the Acreage, and we also have some buildup on the eastbound side of Okeechobee Boulevard approaching Tamron Avenue and US 1. This is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle: air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News Update.
ABC News Now, I'm Mark Remillard. After a long weekend of debate, the Senate has passed the Democrat-backed Inflation Reduction Act. The bill establishes a minimum corporate tax, reduces prescription drug prices, has investments in clean energy, among many other things. Democratic Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
The Senate has finally also taken on Big Pharma and will, after decades of trying, be able to negotiate lower prescription drug prices.
Republicans unanimously opposed the bill. It now heads to the House. A ceasefire deal has been reached, bringing an end to 3 days of violence between Israel and Palestinian militants that left dozens dead in the Gaza Strip. When schools in one North Carolina county reopen later this month, new security measures will be in place, including the stocking of AR-15 rifles for school resource officers to use in the event of a shooting. School officials in Madison County have placed one of the semi-automatic rifles in each of the county's 6 schools. Officials say the guns will be locked in safes. This is ABC News.
Hey y'all, this your girl Cheryl Underwood, and I want to tell you something. My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish, but those days are over. Now I feel great. That's because I increased my fiber intake with the Metamucil 2-week challenge, and I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days, and it's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge or a coupon and daily support? Sign up at Metamucil.com.
SCREENLESS.com today. Opinions are like apples. Everyone's got one. Get yours in the Steve Kane Show.
All right, we are back. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977. All right, so there's a lot going on. I was just listening to the news at the top of the hour, and I missed where. If you caught where, was it Wisconsin? I couldn't quite queer. They're going to have AR-15s at schools. They're going to have like one per school at a whole bunch of schools in case there's a mass shooting. And I heard them say they're going to have the AR-15 locked in the safe. What good does that do? The school resource officer should be walking around with the AR-15 with a strap over their shoulder. That's, who has time to go to a safe? Plus, they know where the safe is, right? No. But hey, it's a good start. It definitely is a good start. Okay, I was reading this article earlier. This is amazing article. John Fetterman, who's running in Pennsylvania against Dr. Oz, he's that Democrat. He looks like he's in Antifa, and he's an admitted communist. He's running against Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania. A whole bunch of stuff has come out about this guy. And listen to this. Pennsylvania Democrat U.S. Senate candidate John Fetterman got an allowance from his mother and his father until he was 50 years old. Till he was 50. You know who that sounds like? It sounds like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders' first full-time job is when he became mayor. Right? Remember that? Listen to this. There's a whole article about this guy's got there's a lot of info out about this Fetterman guy. John Fetterman is running for the U.S. Senate as a Democrat against Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania. And he really, if you hear this, he's like the perfect Democrat, right? On an allowance for mommy and daddy till he was 50. Yeah. John Fetterman is running for the U.S. Senate as a Democrat in Pennsylvania. He is the Democrat establishment candidate. Right now, though, things are starting to come out that show all kinds of things about him. Listen to this. In 2013, this is Fetterman. He's the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania, the Democrat running against Dr. Oz for the Senate seat. In 2013, this is a beautiful story. I love it. In 2013, John Fetterman chased a black man down the street who he thought was involved in shootings in his neighborhood. Fetterman pulled out a shotgun on the black man, and it turned out the black man was not involved in the shooting. He sounds like those guys down in Georgia that chased down that black guy. Yeah. I cannot pronounce the name of the person, right? But the black man he chased down, Mayeres, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Fetterman said he chased the man because he was, and with a 20-gauge shotgun that he pulled out of his truck. He said he refused to stop running, so he chased him with the shotgun. Police arrived. They searched the black man. There were no weapons. Could you imagine if any Republican had chased a black man, an innocent black man, with a 20-gauge shotgun down the it'd be over for them. But he's a Democrat, and he dresses like Antifa. Yeah, that's right. Let's see here. Got another. There's a lot of stuff came out of him. Okay, he's done a lot during his time as lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania. This is in the Gateway Pundit I'm reading from now. Senate Democrat hopeful John Fetterman often touts his role in advocating for the release of harmless and innocent prisoners. A review of the Democrats' record on cases, however, shows that he's voted to release violent criminals that have been jailed for their roles in brutal murders. Wow. The Philadelphia Inquirer recently covered this. Public records show that Fetterman has openly acknowledged that for a long stretch lasting well into his 40s, listen to this. This is who they want to make the senator from Pennsylvania. And this was in the Philadelphia Inquirer I'm reading from now. He acknowledged, Fetterman, that for a long stretch lasting well into his 40s, his main source of income came from his parents. who gave him $54,000 in 2015 alone. I wonder if he paid taxes on that gift. That was part of the financial support his parents regularly provided Fetterman when he was mayor of Braddock, Pennsylvania, with a salary of $150 a month, a job he held from his mid-30s until he turned 49. Partway through his tenure in 2013, he moved to an industrial-style loft that he purchased from his sister for $1. His sister paid $70,000 for it 6 years earlier. So, this is who they're putting up. His parents giving him $50,000 plus a year. He had a job. He was made $150 a month, but it was a full-time job, $150 a month. So mom and dad, his sister bought him a house. You're going to put this guy in charge of something? You know, this is when we talk about the fake news media and media bias. Media bias is not just in, a spin on a story. Most media bias is not that. That's the one that's the most obvious because you see a liberal spin on a story. Like this bill they passed with Kamala with the tiebreaker over the weekend, and they say, oh, the planet will be green and we'll have air to breathe and all this nonsense. That's spin on a story. But most media bias, most liberal media bias, isn't a spin on a story, but what stories they choose to report and not report. And this guy in Fetterman that the Democrats are running in Pennsylvania, he chased an innocent, unarmed black man down the street with a 20-gauge shotgun. Like he's got some kind of lynching party going on. My goodness. Where's that story in the news? Why are they not interviewing that guy? He was given a monthly allowance by his parents. 1 year alone, they gave him $54,000. He's a bum. But did he pay taxes on that? I don't know. A gift like that from his parent, you're supposed to. That's a lot of money. He bought his house for $1 from his sister who paid 70 grand for it. Where are these stories? You know, this is a very important Senate race. And I'll tell you, where's Dr. Oz on this? Dr. Oz's team need to get on these stories. This guy's a bum. And he's really trying, you know why he's trying to become a senator? It's like a welfare program for this guy. Same thing for Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is probably his role model. Bernie Sanders lived off his parents. Bernie Sanders' parents supported him until he was 35 years old. Was it 35 or 40? I can't remember. At least 35, maybe 40. And that's when he got elected mayor, before he went to Congress. That was his first full-time job, by the way, at 35 years old when he got elected mayor, Bernie Sanders. And that's when his parents stopped supporting him. And now look, he's a millionaire with 5 homes. I wonder how he did that. You some might think he's corrupt, Bernie Sanders. And that's what Fetterman's doing. He's a bum and a loser and a communist, right? Living off his parents till he's 50. Living off his sister. A bum. $150 a month. But it's a full-time job. Mayor. And he wants to be like Bernie Sanders. He wants to go to the Senate and be corrupt. And this guy, he has nothing. So this is the perfect candidate for the Democrats because he will do business with them and vote however they want him to vote. And the donors will love this guy because he's obviously open to some incentives. That's right. He'll be another one whose whole family are on the board of this and the board of that and have all these rackets going on, Fetterman. And where's the media on this? Where is the media on this? They know about it. Philadelphia Inquirer wrote about some of it. Where's the mainstream media? They're not going to report it because Trump endorsed Dr. Oz and the media are all about the Democrats always and every time. You know, this is what we got to deal with. Okay, that is just the way it is. All right, the media are always going to be in the bag for the Democrats. They're always going to cover. They're always going to run interference. They're always going to slander the conservatives and give free passes and cover for the Democrats because they're liberal. You know, in the mainstream national media, It's a club. Most of they go either to Columbia School of Journalism or Harvard, Yale, Princeton. Okay, that's it. They go to those schools. A lot of them are politically connected. You know, I mean, look at Jean-Pierre, right? Is it her wife or just her girlfriend? I don't know if they have made honest women out of themselves, but you know, her partner is a CNN anchor. So that, I mean, they're connected in the media to the Democrats. Always. That's just the way it is. All right, we're going to take our first break of the hour. We get back. There's much more to talk about. Call us on hold. Stand by. Our number is toll-free from anywhere. 1-888-GIL-KANE 1 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977, I'm Brian Craig. We are here with you on the radio weekdays from 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. Back right after this. On the radio since 1977, I'm Brian Craig. We are here with you on the radio weekdays from 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. Back right after this.
Wake up and smell the truth. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Mornings 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation, each style embodying a distinct character and a vibe that's unique to your personality and style. Stop to our showroom at Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Visit our website, FloridaLuxuryCabinets.com.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have,
Steve
I
Kane
get you
Show.
incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices.
Oh, man.
Call. My number is 954-977-9445.
I've got so much to talk about today. I'm not sure. Oh, yes.
Again, my number is 954
Oh, yes.
977-9445. Thank you.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath. Control
fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Men, do you suffer from ED? If so, you know it can be very frustrating, not just for you, but your partner too. Dr. Mitch Matez at the Biostation West El Rey can help. Call for a free consultation, 561-320-8893. Call now and get your erection back on demand. Ladies, you can make an appointment for your man too, 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893.
Okay, so how crazy high are these gas prices right now, right? I mean, I filled up my car the other day and I thought for that price, I could buy a couple of pairs of Skechers and pretty much walk everywhere. Plus, unlike gas, not only is Skechers affordable, they also last a really long time. Skechers are extremely durable and many are machine washable. And they're so comfortable. With comfort features like Skechers' famous air-cooled memory foam, relax fit, wide fit, arch fit, plus so many other fits and features. Find your perfect pair of Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Do you suffer from neuropathy, back pain, shoulder pain, or osteoarthritis? Stop the suffering and stop the pain. Call Lighthouse Medical Center, 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation when you mention you heard them on the radio. 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. Online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com.
Ready to get fired up? Just 60 seconds and you'll be racing for the phone. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. My name is Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. You know, depending on where you are, kids are going back to school now, right? This week, next month. Kids are going back to school nationwide. And now more than ever, it is so important for parents to be involved And I'm going to play a piece of audio in a moment that will chill your bones, and you will not miss a parents' night after you hear this audio I'm going to play in a moment. Now, I want to tell people, though, you know, those of you that are new to the program, every year here on the Steve Kane Show, for the last few years, Steve Kane and I have taken a listener cruise every year. We missed because of COVID a little bit, but we have our 4th annual Steve Kane Show MAGA Cruise right around the corner. January 28th, we leave for 7 days on the Celebrity Apex, which is the most modern cruise ship on the ocean. It is beautiful. It's a luxury cruise ship. We've got incredible deals on all the different cabins, from the suites all the way down to inside cabins. The best deal, if you go in our group, you will be paying less than anyone else on the ship, because we scheduled all this cruise that we're going on in January. We scheduled it at the height of COVID, when the whole industry was shut down, so we got incredible rates. We leave out of Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades. We have onboard activities for our sea days, meet and greets, cocktail parties, luxury dining together every night. And of course, those of you that have been on our cruise before, we reserve the window side of the dining room. Every table in our group and dining with us every night has a sea view. We have a window. We're going to my favorite place in the Caribbean, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Tortola, St. Kitts. Tortola is in the British Virgin Islands, by the way. We have shore excursions planned together. It's a great time, and it's a great MAGA group. And each and every cruise, our cruise family grows and grows. Call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot. He'll give you a price right over the phone and give you more details on all the activities. Again, we leave for 7 days on January 28th, and you are all invited. Here's Ian's number. He's the travel agent that handles all our cruises. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Give him a call and join us. You'll have a great time. Okay, and we have listeners that come from all over the country on this. And we have a great, including a sail-away party that we have. Okay, so the kids are going back to school. You need to, now more than ever, you need to pay attention to what's going on. We have these liberal wokesters that have infiltrated their way into the classrooms of America's schools, indoctrinating children into terrible things. And being involved in your child's school, your grandchild's schooling, is so important. I didn't miss a single parents' night from kindergarten through 12th grade. I went to every parents' night. I met every teacher. My wife and I had regular meetings with administration and teachers, and we were those kind of parents, okay? Elementary school, middle school, and high school, all of the administrators and teachers knew us by name, and we knew them, and they're not used to that. They don't like that, but at least we knew what was going on. Nothing happened in our daughter's schooling that we were not aware of and we were not involved in. And now it's more important than ever. I'm going to play you some audio. This is scary. A teacher of 4- and 5-year-olds, kindergarten and pre-K, had one of those gender discussions, okay, with the little kids, and recorded it and put it up online, and I have it for you. So this is a teacher talking to her students, pre-K and kindergarten, 4 and 5 years old. Listen to this.
How did your girls like this book?
Really good.
Yeah.
What are you?
I am like JJ, so I'm not a boy or a girl.
See, they don't know. I remember, you know, when I was in school, most of the teachers were women, so it was Mrs. And I remember when I was in 4th grade, we had a substitute who was obsessed with Ms. It's Ms. It's Ms. Which doesn't mean single. Ms. is an invention of the feminist, right? It can be married or unmarried, Ms. Now, this female teacher, she's not a boy or a girl, she's telling her students. She's neither.
How did your girls like this book?
Really good.
Yeah.
What are you?
I am like JJ, so I'm not a boy or a girl. So, I have a question. Do you know what you call, how do you refer to a girl? You say she, right?
Yeah.
You say, she is funny. And when you're talking to a boy, what do you say? He. And what should you say if you're talking to someone who is not a boy or a girl? Do you know?
No.
You say they. So.
Wow. See, this is not in Florida. This would be against the law in Florida, thanks to Ron DeSantis. What do you call someone who is not a boy or a girl? I did not know there was such a thing. I thought everyone was either a boy or a girl. That's the species, right?
He. And what should you say if you're talking to someone who is not a boy or a girl? Do you know? You say they. So if you're saying she is funny for a girl, and you say he is funny for a boy, for somebody who's neither, you can say they are funny. Can you practice saying that?
They are funny.
So when you're talking about Coach Caroli, who is not a boy or a girl, what should you say?
What are you?
I like that kid. So they got a coach who's not a boy or a girl. So what do you say to that? I like the kid. You know, you get nothing but honesty from children. What do you say to Coach Baroni, who's not a boy or a girl? And they hear the kid said, "What are you?" That's right. That's right. Pure honesty. These are 4- and 5-year-old children.
They are funny.
So when you're talking about Coach Caroli, who is not a boy or a girl, what should you say?
What are you?
Exactly. I'm not a boy or a girl. So what should you say instead of he or she?
They are funny.
Good job. Or they are my coach.
What are you?
I'm neither. I am what the book calls non-binary. Can you say non-binary?
No, you're a girl or not a boy? I'm a boy
I'm
and
neither.
a girl.
You're a boy and a girl, and that's okay, right?
You're both.
Wow. Now these are 4- and 5-year-olds. This girl, she says she's a boy and a girl.
No, you're a girl or not a boy? I'm a boy
I'm neither.
and a girl.
You're a boy and a girl, and that's okay, right?
You're both.
Huh? Yeah, you can be both, or you can be neither.
When I was like 2 people kept saying.
What do you feel? I can't tell you, but hang on. How do you feel now? You're a girl? Then that's what you are.
I feel like a girl also.
Then you are a girl. What do you feel like?
I'm a girl.
A girl? Okay, Emma, what are you saying you feel like?
Boy and girl.
A boy and girl. Yeah, so we can all feel different ways, and you know what? It is okay to change your mind sometimes. So, if you're talking about Coach Caroli, these are called pronouns. What pronouns should you use? She, he, or they? They. Good job. If you're talking
to a girl and boy.
What's that? What should you use for a girl and boy?
Yeah.
You can also use they or whatever feels right for them.
Or maybe he or whichever you want.
Yeah, whichever you want. So you can always say, "Hey, today I want to be a she. Today I want to be a he. Or today I want to be they." All right? Nice and easy, right? Is that hard? Is that confusing? No, it's so easy.
And where is the garbage?
Where is the garbage?
Yeah, where is the garbage? That's where the lesson plan should be. Oh my goodness. And that teacher, 4- and 5-year-old children, pre-K and kindergarten, recorded that, put it up online, and thinks they're Teacher of the Year. That is indoctrination, and that's also grooming. Teaching these kids they can change their gender from day to day. Oh my goodness. All right, callers on hold, stand by. We are up against our bottom of the hour break. That is scary. So listen, as your kids and grandkids are starting up school, make sure you parents are involved. Meet your teacher. Know what's going on. Go to the parents' nights. Get involved. Make sure the administration know who you are. Don't let that happen to your kids. All right, callers on hold. Don't go anywhere. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. 888-465-2631. Back after this. Don't let that happen to your kids. All right, callers on hold. Don't go anywhere. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. 888-465-2631. Back after this. That's scary. I got to charge the phone up a little bit again, so hold on. I'm going to unplug my mic.
On Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. The greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s coming up this morning at 10 a.m. Now, here's the True Oldies weather forecast.
Good morning. morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We have chances of scattered showers and storms today. Maybe a few this morning and then a couple of isolated storms around the lake this afternoon. Other than that, it's going to be a scorcher. High 93, heat index value up into the triple digits.
Avenue in US 1. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle: air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's wrap up this bar.
The Steve Kane 2023 MAGA Cruise is right around the corner. We leave January 28th on the Celebrity Apex out of Fort Lauderdale. First stop, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. And then St. Kitts. With exclusive events just for our group. Fine dining together every night. Cocktail parties, shore excursions, onboard activities, and a whole lot more. On the line is Ian from Cruise and Travel Depot. Ian, why should listeners book right now?
The block is first phase during COVID, during the height of the pandemic, so we've got some incredible deals.
Call Ian right now and lock in your cabin. 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Join us as we celebrate our president, Donald Trump. Make your reservation right now. 561-244-5779. No liberal stowaways allowed.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
An honest auto mechanic, you probably don't think they exist, but one does. Eddie at Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca will never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle doesn't need. He works on all makes and models, new, old, classic cars, and hybrids. Champagne Automotive Repair is the official mechanic of the Steve Kane Show. Call 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101. Make sure you tell him you heard about him on the Steve Kane Show.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness
All right, I'm
of
going
breath,
to
fatigue,
plug the mic back in.
there's no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Thinking of buying a new mattress? Don't. Go right now to mypillow.com and order your 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper for 50% off. But you've got to use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout at mypillow.com. This is the lowest price ever. It comes in all mattress sizes from twin all the way up to Palace King and every size in between. Go to mypillow.com and use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything to help. Luckily, Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
I don't want to say, Mike. I'm going to keep that to myself for now. Till I decide how to deal with it. Hey, Chuck. Good morning. They, them. Yeah.
Machine washable, so you can keep them looking short longer. Get Skechers slip-ins, the where have you been all my life shoes for your kids or for mom and dad today. Find Skechers slip-ins
protein shakes are not for me. Okay.
So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
In your face.
It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. This is the longest running radio show in the state of Florida, the Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. So our great president, Donald Trump, didn't have one, but he had two phenomenal speeches over the weekend. And, of course, Wisconsin Friday and then CPAC in Texas. And I got two clips I'm going to play. Both of them are from CPAC on Saturday. I watched CPAC all day Saturday. It was spectacular. And before Donald Trump was Kari Lake. Right before Kari Lake was Glenn Beck. They were both phenomenal. And then before Glenn Beck was Tudor Dixon, who's the good-looking Republican woman running against that lunatic Whitmer in Michigan. It was great. And, you know, President Trump's rallies, they're getting more difficult to find, aren't they, to watch? Aren't they really? You know, President Trump's speaking all the time. We're in an election season, and the news organizations don't want to carry it. It's really outrageous. It's disgusting. You know what? It's going to get worse. And they're really going to be confused when he announces. But anyway, I've got two clips. Both of them are President Trump at CPAC. One relates to that bizarre grooming teacher that I played before the break. This is Trump talking about the drag shows we've been seeing in schools. This is CPAC on Saturday.
The radical left's corrupt education establishment, the current system is sick. It's sick. We're the lowest. The radical left's corrupt education establishment, the current system is sick. It's sick. We're the lowest scores almost in the world, and we spend more per pupil than any other nation. School prayer is banned, but drag shows are allowed to permeate the whole place. It's okay. You can't teach the Bible, but you can teach children that America is evil and that men are able to get pregnant. Whatever it takes, conservatives must liberate America's children from the captivity of these Marxist teachers' unions. That's what they are. Where do they come from?
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. Remember, the teachers' union, they own Biden, right? Yeah, I mean, this is CPAC, just phenomenal. And then this one here, this is the only other clip I have of the president. Then I'll go to the phones. At 1-888-GO-KANE, 1-888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are listening to us. 888-465-2631. You know, Newsmax carried the rally. Newsmax carried Trump at CPAC, but not everybody has Newsmax. I've got Newsmax. Not everyone has Newsmax. And you know what? Not everyone is online either. And even online is getting more and more difficult to find. And they're doing their best, but it's okay. Well, people are still finding it. This next clip is President Trump at CPAC, and he was talking about the Hutchinson testimony. And in particular, he's talking about the story of when he fought with Secret Service agents to take control of the car to head to the Capitol so that he could lead his followers into the Capitol building. Listen to this.
That phony story, I'm sitting in the back of the beast. I said, take me to the Capitol. No, sir, can't do it. So I grabbed the steering wheel, the commandeer, and he rebuffed me, she said. He rebuffed. Interesting word. He rebuffed me, yeah, like this. And I started to choke him. I felt, you know, when the story came out, some people said, I never knew you were that strong physically. To think that I'm going to be jumping into the seat, grabbing a wheel, being rebuffed, grabbing this big, powerful guy, his neck is like this, and grabbing, I'm going to take him. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, what we have to put. And guess what? The Secret Service put out an announcement, which they never do, put out an announcement that it never happened, which everyone knew anyway.
Yeah, that was great. And, you know, keep in mind, that's Saturday at CPAC, after he had that great rally on Friday night, still filled with energy, Great speech, different speech than the first one. This is all great stuff. And, you know, all these never-Trumpers and Liz Cheneys and all these other people, they're hanging on this Hutchinson testimony still like it's a reality. If it were a reality, would he be talking about it in such detail? All right, let's go to the phones. 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Conservative Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug.
Man, President Trump was fantastic. Friday he was on Newsmax TV, but Saturday he wasn't on Newsmax TV.
Oh, they didn't carry CPAC on Newsmax?
No, the only place I saw it was on C-SPAN, and they had it. So.
Oh, that's good.
No matter when you watch President Trump, he always makes you laugh. Every time.
But you know, here's the thing though about that. You know, if he were guilty of what they're accusing him of, would he be joking about it like that? It makes no sense. I've never seen O.J. Simpson joking around cutting people's throats or anything because he's guilty.
Of course, you know, but President Trump is you know, it's funny in C-SPAN. I mean CPAC. He said that he's the most persecuted. Persecuted. That's what I said. Persecuted.
You said prosecuted.
Oh, okay, prosecuted. Excuse me. And they're trying to prosecute him as well. But anyway, in history. And last night on Newsmax, they had the show about how they tried to take him out of office. You know, it was 100% correct. This poor guy is being tortured every damn day, and they still don't want to leave him alone. I don't know why. He's a great guy. He's done it.
Because it's obvious. It's obvious. You look at this deal that the Senate passed over the weekend that they're celebrating. You know, everything is about political payoffs to their donors. All those Democrats, including Kamala Harris, are all on the table. Now, it's legal. They're on
as your number one issue.
Okay, she means white privilege. That's MSNBC last week. If you're concerned about inflation, that's white privilege. You know, actually, inflation hurts lower income, middle class and lower income people, and the poorest of the poor the most, because they have, you know, the lower down the economic ladder you go, the less extra cash you got, right? So Savannah Hernandez, young Hispanic conservative, she goes to a black neighborhood, goes out into the parking lot of a grocery store, interviews Trump-hating black Democrats going in and coming out of the grocery store, and talking to them about Biden and the prices inside.
Joe Biden keeps tweeting out things like this, how the gas prices are lowering, that, you know, we're not really in a recession.
We are going through a recession right now. You have to actually be out here to actually see the results of what's going on in this recession. And trust me, it is a recession because it is hard for us right now.
So what would you say to Joe Biden, who says we're not really in a recession?
You need to do your homework. Yeah. It's real bad out here. It's easy to see it from the comfort of where you at right now. You know, you don't have to go through what we're going through. So it's easy to say that.
Are you happy with Joe Biden as president?
No, I'm not.
No? You think he's doing a good job, bad job?
He sucks. He ain't doing
Get Joe Biden out of office?
Get him out. Get his ass out. Get him out, coach.
What do you think about the Biden administration redefining the term recession?
That doesn't sound like a recession to me.
This is the worst recession we've been in. To be honest, we've never had a recession where gas, housing, I mean, you name it. At one time, even when people's houses were going into foreclosure, those people that lost their homes could at least still go into a grocery store and buy a regular price item. Now you got houses that are out of control, cars out of control, gas out of control, food out of control.
So technically we're in a recession, but Joe Biden and his administration say we're not. What do you think about that?
He crazy too.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you think that he's doing a good job or a bad job as president?
Bad job. He making it worse. Hey, we could have kept Donald Trump for this. As a 17-year-old who is in college and high school, I'm in dual credit. If you need help, just let us know, because I'll step in. Because at this point, y'all ain't doing it right. I am a female, so yes, I'm aware of what Trump has done in the past. But as far as running the country, he did better than Biden.
I feel like everything going up. Like it's not making sense to me how when Trump was here, everything was low. Like we had like $2-3 worth of gas.
A lot of people are going to actually vote for Trump that never thought. This Oak Cliff, Texas. trust me, a lot of us will vote for him now than we did before because we went for the good guy saying the right things. But as soon as he got in office, he did everything wrong. He turned around every policy that Trump done.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, Savannah Hernandez, she's very good. I've followed her for quite some time. She works with the Blaze. She traveled to Europe with Jack Posobiec and his crew at that World Economic Forum. She's like in her 20s, Hispanic girl, very conservative, very good. And she goes out and does interviews like that quite often, and that is very, very powerful. And a lot of people will say, so what? They're Democrats. It's Texas. Texas is going to go Republican. That affects congressional races, okay? House races and things like this. And it really is a black neighborhood. And I could see in the background, I didn't see any white people even walking through the parking lot in the background. So that really tells you what you need to know. That old phrase, people vote their pocketbook. And there are so many people that are lifelong Democrats. I mean, you listen to these people, they got all these crazy ideas. I know what Trump did. I don't know what you know. They got all these terrible things in their mind about Donald Trump that aren't true. They cannot stand Donald Trump, but they're going to vote for him, and he's the only person they can cite that can save us from Biden. And those are lifelong Democrats that hate Trump. That's amazing. You know, I was reading an article this morning that was talking about why Trump is not announcing. And what they were saying is that Pelosi is hoping Trump announces, that if Trump were to announce prior to the midterm elections, okay, Pelosi would like Trump to announce before the midterm elections because she thinks he would then dominate the news cycle. It would take attention off Biden and their failures and help the Democrats. You know, I don't know if that's true or not, but Trump has not announced, and he's had many opportunities to do so, and he's got good reason not to in his own mind. Why he's not announced yet, we don't know. But maybe it is a good idea that he doesn't announce right now, because maybe Pelosi's right. He'll dominate the news as opposed to things like that dominating the news. And that video I did put up on social media, so if you follow me on social media, circulate that around. Everyone needs to hear that and see that. When you're losing lifelong black Democrats because of your failures, and you're the Democrat Party, you are in big, big trouble. Now, Steve Kane's going to be joining us after the top of the hour, by the way, from an undisclosed location. Meaning I don't even know where he is, but he's somewhere. His house is being tinted for termites right now. So he's at an undisclosed location. He'll be joining us after the top of the hour. All right, our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. How are you doing?
Oh, hey, Wisconsin Gary. What's up?
Well, you know, I'm getting ready to gear up for tomorrow's primary here, and, you know, I'm even picking my mom up early in the morning, so we're like the first ones to vote, and then when my wife gets off from work, then I'm taking her to the polls so that we get the candidates that President Trump suggested.
That's right.
And finally get rid of our idiot Governor Evers here. So, you know, the one thing that we did for research right away is to look to see what our sample ballot is going to be so that we know exactly if those candidates are going to be on there. And the one thing that I was concerned about was that the political affiliation wasn't going to be on those ballots. So everyone in your state, you should be able to look at your ballot before you go and...
Oh my, well, I don't know how it works in Wisconsin. Here in Florida, later this month, we have the Republican and Democrat primary. So you can only vote for people that are in the party you're registered in. It's not a crossover. So I can only vote for Republicans in the primary, so everyone on the ballot will be a Republican. In Wisconsin, I don't know how they do it. If it's a crossover primary or you can only vote for your party, I don't know.
Well, they have both. They actually have it on the top where it shows like the Republican, the Democrat, some other affiliations on there, and then it'll show those people on there on the website. But, you know, just make sure, you know, everybody in your state, make sure you look that up, and you can also go to ballot.p.
Oh, yeah.
And find out everything of how many open seats are.
Is your primary tomorrow? So this is big. So we got tomorrow, and the next week is Liz Cheney's primary. Now, this is not including tomorrow. As of right now, as we speak, in this primary season, President Trump's endorsements, 188 wins. 188 primary victories, 14 losses. 188 primary endorsement wins by President Trump. I mean, that's a world record.
Record, and that's why we got to start getting all these rhinos that have been in there for the longest period of time that have been against President Trump. It's us, we the people, that are the ones that vote these people in, and it's also the ones that we can basically vote out and say, this is your retirement.
That's right.
Something with Liz Cheney yesterday that she's looking now for Democratic support just to help her get her back in.
That's right.
Wyoming, stay strong, stay united, and vote her out.
Let me tell you, Liz Cheney's in big trouble. That commercial that came out with her dad last week tells you what kind of trouble she's in. Where's the commercial from George W. Bush, Mitt Romney, and all these other never-Trumpers? The only person that would endorse her was her father, who has to. So that tells you the January 6th committee isn't going to come up with anything because she couldn't get any of these high-profile never-Trumpers like George W. Bush to come out and endorse her. Hey, listen, Wisconsin Gary, thanks for the call, all right? Take care. Now, after the top of the hour, as I said, Steve Kane will be joining us. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are calling us from. 888-465-2631. We take your calls live here on the radio. The Steve Kane Show airs weekday mornings, 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. And, man, we got a lot more to cover, too. Steve will be joining us, but I haven't even gotten to my entire stack of show prep this morning. We got much more to touch on after the top of the hour break. Also, if you caught President Trump at CPAC or Wisconsin Friday, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. They were phenomenal speeches, both of them. All right, we're coming up on the top of the hour. We'll be back with Steve Kane. Again, I'm Brian Craig. It's Florida's longest running radio show. Back after this.
The new
By the way, to all the members, there's some new memes. There's a Candace Owens meme, there's a Mike Lindell meme, and a bunch of others.
Traffic check. In West Palm Beach, we're still working on a crash along Southern Boulevard eastbound.
They limit the number of memes I can have based on the number of members. So, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but my wife has already made the next... Or did I say meme? I meant emoji. I said meme. I meant emojis. I'm getting like Biden. My wife Kathy's already made the next emoji, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet until they let us put more up. I better have some more coffee. I said meme instead of emoji. Meme and emoji, those are liberal words anyway. Yes, there's a meme of, or a meme. I said it again, an emoji of me. I have my own emoji.
Just call in 888-GO-1. Hello. You'll thank us later. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. Now connecting to us from an undisclosed location, Steve Kane joining us. Hey, Steve.
Well, good morning.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How are you? Because it sounds more interesting. It sounds more interesting. I don't know where you are. I mean, I know you're in a hotel, but I don't know where, though.
Ocean.
Oh.
Atlantic Ocean, pristine, pure, and it's a great day to be alive in America.
So you're at an undisclosed beach location.
Yes.
Okay, all right. No, Steve's having his house tinted for termites, so you can't be home when they're doing the tinting. So he's staying in a hotel somewhere on the beach.
Great title for a book, Tinted for Termites.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, don't do what I did when I had my my place, my condo. When I lived in a condo, I had them come in and do that, and I left something, and I went back to get it, and you can kill yourself doing that. I didn't get very far into the house.
What happened?
I started choking, and I left. I didn't die, or I wouldn't be here, but I was not feeling it.
Breathing for choking.
I thought I could hold my breath long enough to get in there. I guess it's kind of like what a World War I soldier must have felt, because even though I was holding my breath, it still got to me. But anyway, no. So Steve is in a beachside hotel overlooking the ocean as he's broadcasting. He can be anywhere and do his show now, Steve.
Unbelievable.
I mean, nobody would know you were at the beach right now if we didn't tell them. Isn't that amazing? Technology, all this modern tech. Our number, 888-GO-KANE-1, toll-free, 888-465-2631. A lot happening over the weekend. I have some audio I haven't gotten to yet I wanted to share. Some of it's on Liz Cheney that's pretty hilarious, but I wanted to play this first. This is CNN, and you know they were very triggered over President Trump this weekend because he had two events, right? He had the Wisconsin rally, which was amazing. And then Saturday, he was at CPAC, and the left are just like flipping out over this. So this is CNN yesterday talking about those of us who support Donald Trump.
I hear from hundreds of these voters every day, and
these are MAGA voters he's talking about, by the way. You, me.
I hear from hundreds of these voters every day, and it's not at all unusual for them to tell me, Allison, that they want America to be an official Christian country. Again, some of them will say again, but they want that. And they know the democratic process can't give it to them, so damn it, give me Trump, give me DeSantis, somebody who will force it to happen.
Okay. I mean, who are these people that are telling him this? I mean, give me a break. Who's one of the pundits on CNN? I'm not sure who that is. The voice is familiar. I cannot remember his name. No, it's not Dershowitz. Not Dershowitz. Yeah, I'm sure. I can see the guy. I just cannot remember his name. He's not famous like Dershowitz. Yeah, well, you know. But so all these MAGA people are contacting him, telling him that they want to force Christianity on the country, and only Trump and DeSantis can bring this crusade. So give me a break. But I get these two clips about Liz Cheney. The first one is David Brooks. He's another beauty. David Brooks, and he's talking about Liz Cheney, who will be losing. A week from tomorrow is her primary. Listen to this. David Brooks on Liz Cheney's run.
And there has to be a way to challenge Donald Trump that is not politically suicidal. And as much as I admire Liz Cheney, she hasn't yet found that way.
I hear from hundreds of these voters every...
Oh, my goodness. That's the other guy. But no, there is not a way, if you're a Republican, there is not a way to challenge Donald Trump that is not political suicide. That's just the way it is, as Liz Cheney does. You know, I was talking, Steve, before the top of the hour. The fact that the only endorsement Liz Cheney got was from her father says a lot about the January 6th committee, right? It's over.
Shows It indicates that.
I mean, you know, because there's a lot of never-Trumpers around, like George W. Bush, all of them, and they're very vocal being opposed to Donald Trump, but no one would do a commercial except her dad endorsing her. Now, Jonathan Capehart, he's another one of the liberal pundits on television. He sees Liz Cheney as a heroine. She's going to save us, but he also projects her loss next week in her primary, but that's a good thing. It's going to be better for Liz Cheney when she loses the primary. This is Jonathan Capehart over the weekend talking about Liz Cheney's loss and how it's going to make her more powerful. Listen.
And, you know, look, I keep thinking about the scene in Star Wars Episode 4 when Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi are battling it out on the Death Star, and Obi-Wan says to Darth Vader, if you strike me down, I will come back more powerful than you can imagine.
Now, in this analogy he's making, Darth Vader is Donald Trump and Liz Cheney is Obi-Wan Kenobi, okay?
And Obi-Wan says to Darth Vader, if you strike me down, I will come back more powerful than you can imagine. And to me, Liz Cheney is Obi-Wan Kenobi. If she loses, which she very well might, lose her primary on August 16th, she could very well come back more powerful than Donald Trump has. And if her goal is to ensure that he never comes in any manner of feat of the Oval Office, if she can succeed in doing that, she will have done a major service to the American experiment.
Oh, the American experiment. Okay. So that's Jonathan Capehart. So it's a good thing that Liz Cheney is going to lose, because in the long run she'll win and bring down Trump. You know, if you watch what these liberals are saying, they're talking a lot about Liz Cheney over the weekend. And what they're talking about is her running for president in the 2024 Republican primary against Donald Trump. And they're having serious conversations about this. I've even seen them ask Liz Cheney about it. So Liz Cheney thinks that in 2024 she's going to run for president. Now keep in mind, I think only one person has gone from the House of Representatives directly to the presidency, and they weren't losers. They were actually in the House, okay? I think it might have happened once. So, but she's going to run in the Republican primary against Trump. She'll be in all the debates, and that's when she'll be able to expose his insurrectionist criminal behavior. Then, you know, these Democrats, every time they come after Trump, this next thing is what's going to get them. You know, like remember the Mueller. Never. Like the Mueller report came out and bombed. So then they brought Mueller in, and they said, well, when you hear the author of the Mueller report read it with his own voice, his own words, then that failed because he's checked out like Biden. The January 6th committee is going to bring him down. That's fizzled. So she's going to go on the campaign trail in 2024. And then, you know, it's always when this next thing happens, that's when we're going to wake up and turn against Trump, and he's going to be... When can they just admit to themselves that he's a law-abiding good guy, that they got nothing on him, and nothing he does is going to turn his supporters against him? They just don't see it, Steve. Well, they believe their rhetoric. You know, I guess they believe their own propaganda, but, you know...
In the cleansing light of sunlight.
Yeah, at CPAC, well, the sunlight coming through your window in the hotel on the beach. Is it a nice hotel you're in, by the way, on the beach?
Oh, man, it's magnificent.
Okay.
Magnificent.
It's not, okay, that's good. Not every hotel on the beach is necessarily nice, but you're in a nice one.
Unbelievable.
You with the whole family?
Oh, yeah, no, not the whole family. That only happens on rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got Tyler and Lori and me.
This is amazing how great of a connection we have from the hotel room. It's like better than your regular studio. And everyone's got to be quiet, you know, because you're doing the show. But that's okay. You can't sleep in the hotel room. How long are you going to be in the hotel for? Oh, okay. So you'll be with us tomorrow from the hotel. Okay, that's good. That's good. And then you'll be back to the house termite free. Oh my God! Have you actually seen the termites yourself with your eye at your house? Oh my goodness! I've never had termites. I knew someone who did, and I saw them, and you can actually, they have trails like ants, but they're termites, and they have a little piece in their mouth of your house. And they literally, they do. Well, you know, like if you got a piece of food, the ants they walk away with a little food, the termites walk away with a piece of your house. All right, listen, we're going to take our break. When we come back, there's more to talk about. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1.
A request as we take our first break.
Yeah, real quick, because we're up against it.
Really would like to see or hear from some anti-Trump people today.
Are there such things?
Asking a lot. Yeah, they're out there. You don't hear from...
All right, well, listen, we're up against the break. So if you hate Trump, you go to the front of the line. It's the Steve Kane Show. We'll be right back. Our number, 888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. We'll be back right after this.
The Steve Kane Show, telling it like it is, whether you like it or not. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Florida Luxury Cabinets is your local cabinet showroom right in Boca Raton, specializing in custom cabinets and countertops, providing luxury design and installation, each style embodying a distinct character and a vibe that's unique to your personality and style. Stop to our showroom at Florida Luxury Cabinets for your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Visit our website, FloridaLuxuryCabinets.com.
Do you suffer from neuropathy? I did, until I went to Lighthouse Medical Center in Pompano. Numbness, pain, burning, tingling in my hands and feet, muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching have all but disappeared. Say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. Call Lighthouse Medical Center for a free consultation. 754-222-6642.
One call a day rule is always in effect.
Made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others. And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs. Wings just the way you like them. Plump, tender, and delicious, crispy on the outside, succulent on the inside, everything homemade, nothing comes out of a can. Dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water. Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance, you only pay for what you need. Here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio saying, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance, so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's hurricane season, and if you have a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. When we had a leak in our roof at the Kane household, we called Tom Laporta. He's the best in the business. Remember, small leaks turn into medium leaks, and medium leaks turn into big problems. Call licensed contractor Tom Laporta for a free roof inspection. 954-604-4602. And tell him Steve Kane sent you.
Grab your coffee and get ready to be triggered. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve is here. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. You know, Steve, you know why you have the termites at your house? Because that roof leak you had that you ignored. You know, Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting last year. You know, he put a whole new roof on Steve's house, and but when you had that first little wet spot on the ceiling, you didn't call, and you know, you needed a whole new roof because of it. Yeah, and if when you saw that first wet spot on your ceiling, if you would have called Tom Laporta, he'll never sell you a roof you don't need. Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. And he would have repaired it. The leak would have stopped. The leak caused all kinds of damage. You had to get a whole new roof. 40% of the drywall in your home was filled with deadly black mold because of the moisture. And what you created with that moisture from the leaks in the roof was a breeding ground for termites. Think about that. Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, think of not just the trouble, but I know you're having a great time at the hotel room on the beach, but all that expense and inconvenience, including the termites, never would have happened if you'd have called Tom Laporta when you saw that first little wet spot on the ceiling. But don't let that happen. Don't do what Steve did, all right? Call Tom Laporta when you first see that little wet spot on the ceiling before it turns into a big problem like Steve's house, which, man, it's just a mess that you've had to go through. But Tom Laporta, his number, I'm going to give it to you right now, rings directly to his cell phone. He's a good MAGA guy. 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaContracting.com. I was reading a story this morning in Breitbart. This is crazy, Steve. Listen to this. We have no southern border right now, right? It's completely open. Listen to this. Joe Biden, this is in Breitbart, so, credible source, you guys can check it out. Joe Biden's border chief has opened a new route for migrants on their way to the United States. They have opened up a sea route that can carry 1,500 migrants per day from ports in Colombia around what's described as the deadly Darien Gap Trail and up to ports in Panama, according to Ton Bensman, a former intelligence official who now works with the Center for Immigration Studies. So what we're finding out here is the border chief, he doesn't, it's dangerous. This trek that they take up to the southern border, they want to make it less dangerous. So they have organized a sea route to bring them up by boat closer to our southern border. Why don't they just put them on cruise ships and bring them to Florida? I mean, my goodness. And none of the, this is in Breitbart, and it's a pretty big story in Breitbart, but I saw this in Breitbart over the weekend, and I read an update about it this morning. I've not seen it on television once. Have you? No. I mean, this is, the media bias is not just spinning a story, it's what stories they don't put in the press, right? We talk about that a lot. This is a story that should be front and center. I mean, they set up a sea route for the migrants, the board. I mean, this is, well, it's because they know they only have they're doing things that are stupid, criminal, and crazy right now, like this, because they're on a limited time frame. Yeah, I would say so. So CPAC over the weekend was just absolutely amazing. I know they didn't run it too much on television. Did you catch any of it on TV? I don't think Fox carried it on TV too much. Oh man, it was phenomenal. There were so many MAGA Republicans. President Trump has had 188 primary endorsement victories. 188 victories and 14 losses. That's unheard of, world record. It will only be broken if he comes back in the next election cycle and breaks it himself. I mean, 188 endorsement wins at all kinds of levels. Not just these high-profile House races and Senate races and governors, but lower offices like in different states. It's amazing. And I watched CPAC. CPAC was streaming live on the Fox Nation app, the Fox app that they're always plugging. I got the app. It's $5 a month, and it's worth it just to catch CPAC. I watched CPAC all day Saturday. And, Steve, there are so many MAGA Republicans that I've never heard of that are phenomenal. They're not all white guys. In fact, most of them are not. A lot of women, black men, and people I've never heard of before that hold office or just won a primary. And what Donald Trump has done in this primary season is being so underreported that even those of us that follow it don't realize how much success he's had. I mean, have you seen it reported anywhere, 188 primary wins? No. Yeah. I mean, when he has that many What do you mean? Oh. Oh, they've done it. It's hard. I mean, I had to search over the weekend when I was watching CPAC, and I'm like, I never even heard of these people. Who are these people? They're great speakers. Who are they? You know, I had to search to get the number. 188 wins, 14 losses. I mean, that's unheard of. And a complete media blackout. Even in conservative media, they're not putting it out there that way. And that really, when Trump endorses someone, it's almost a sure bet. I mean, it's almost a 100% sure bet is what that means. 14, I mean, I don't know what the percentages are. I know it's a world record that no one's even come close to, you know, and that or watching television. And you know, the headline all week, and this week, because we got primary tomorrow in Wisconsin. Next week is Liz Cheney's. You know, and I used to think that the media didn't cover news like this because they want to keep you watching. So if it's like no chance, you probably won't watch. If they can make it a horse race, you might watch. But that's not what it's about. It's not about creating the illusion of a horse race. It's about covering up the fact that Trump is the boss. You know, Schlepp, you know, the Schlepps put together CPAC. And they said over the weekend at CPAC, President Trump is going to run the Republican Party until his dying breath. And that's the way it is. And 188 victories is proof of that. So whoever he can't win every one. And there's going to be some others he doesn't win. But the number is going to always be low and going to be, he's going to, in the next couple of weeks, he's going to break 200. You know, because we've got Florida primaries coming up too, and we got a lot of people on the ballot here. He's going to be well over 200 in a couple weeks. Victories. And they're covering this up and don't want people to know. And that's why it's hard to keep track because no one in the media is putting the numbers together. So you have to go around and kind of like do it on your own like I've been doing. And it's not easy. So I got to keep it where I'm at now and then try to add to it after tomorrow and then next week. But Donald Trump and the MAGA movement is the strongest political movement we've ever had in this country. I don't think we've ever had anything that were slam dunks like this. Stronger than anything. Stronger than Reagan. Stronger than anyone. Now listen, we're going to take our break for the bottom of the hour. Our number is toll-free. 1-888-GO-KANE-1. That's K-A-N-E and the number 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. This year celebrating 45 years on the radio. We'll take our break for the bottom of the hour. Come back with your calls. Liberals always go to the front of the line. And we got a few other things to touch on too. Back right after this. Goodbye trumpets. What does that mean? DB Loza? Not exactly sure what that means.
Blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit, and right now save 45% off any order. Just use the code radio at checkout at blinds.com. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
This is John from Lighthouse Medical Center, CFO and Director of Neuropathy. We want to welcome you to Lighthouse Medical Center this year. It's our 75th anniversary, and we've been able to help a lot of patients. We want to be able to help you with your neuropathy issues as well. If you have numbness, burning, pain, tingling, lack of sleep, or balance issues, please come see us and let us help you with that problem. There's hope out there for you. We've had thousands of patients come through Lighthouse Medical Center, being able to...
Well, DB Loza, you're welcome to call in and say goodbye to us. If we're going bye-bye, why is Trump winning all the primaries? Hey, Eric.
Non-surgical solutions for bone-on-bone and knee pain issues. We also treat chronic back pain, ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder pain. Call for a free consultation with us today. 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples cop books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each, plus 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store, only limit 30.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find friendly prices at Friendly Tire and Margate on both new and used tires. New tires as low as $70 a tire. That's out the door and on the road, because Friendly Tire doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. Actually, you don't even have to touch them. With Skechers slip-ins, they just step in and go. Plus, they're so easy, they could be the first shoes your kids could put on by themselves. And Skechers slip-ins are great for older kids too.
Thank you, Eric Tate.
Comfort pillow in the heel that helps your child's foot slide securely into place and cradle it in comfort. Plus, they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces. And most are machine washable, so you can keep them looking newer longer. Get Skechers slip-ins, the where have you been all my life shoes, for your kids or for mom and dad today. Find Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish shoes are sold.
Are you feeling over the hill? Tired? Sluggish? Taking those midday naps? Just not feeling yourself? There is help. If you want to look and feel like you did when you were young, then call Dr. Mitch Matez at the Biostation West El Rey and talk to him about hormone replacement pellet therapy. Take it from me. I'm a patient. It works. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893. Make sure to tell him you heard about him on the radio.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects
Steve-
on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. Could hurt yourself or worse, others. And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, you didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance, you only pay for what you need. Here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice on the radio saying, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance, so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things that a fellow like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here.
Biden. Congratulations, passing this incredible piece of...
A pro-Biden call? No, we've not heard from a pro-Biden caller.
Today, they would feel empowered and filled with the good news.
I don't know if there are pro-Biden people anymore. Well, there's a difference. Okay. Well, no, is hating Trump the same as being pro-Biden? Okay. Well, I wanted to play this once an hour today because I think it's like a big, huge story, and this will probably get circulated a little bit beyond here. But did you hear earlier the audio I played of the blacks who have abandoned Biden? Oh, for those that are just tuning in, let me set this up. That if you weren't here with us earlier in the morning, this is beautiful. There's a young conservative girl who's Hispanic. Her name's Savannah Hernandez. She works with Jack Posobiec. She works with The Blaze, and she's in Texas. She went to a black neighborhood in Texas and went to the parking lot of a grocery store where I didn't see a white person even in the background. And these are Democrats. These are lifelong Democrats. They don't like Trump at all. And the people she interviewed are either going into the grocery store or coming out of the grocery store. They're all black. And she asks them about Joe Biden.
Joe Biden keeps tweeting out things like this, how the gas prices are lowering, that, we're not really in a recession.
We are going through a recession right now. You have to actually be out here to actually see the results of what's going on in this recession. And trust me, it is a recession because it is hard for us right now.
So what would you say to Joe Biden who says we're not really in a recession?
You need to do your homework. Yeah. It's real bad out here. It's easy to see it from the comfort of where you at right now. You don't have to go through what we're going through. So it's easy to say that.
Are you happy with Joe Biden as president?
No, I'm not.
No? You think he's doing a good job, bad job?
He sucks. He ain't doing
Get Joe Biden out of office?
I added the bleep there. Isn't that something? Yeah. Yeah, well, she's right. She's spot on. She should be on Meet the Press.
Yeah. It's real bad out here. It's easy to see it from the comfort of where you at right now. You don't have to go through what we're going through. So it's easy to say that.
Are you happy with Joe Biden as president?
No, I'm not.
No? You think he's doing a good job, bad job?
He sucks. He ain't doing
Get Joe Biden out of office?
Get him out. Get his ass out. Get him out, coach.
What do you think about the Biden administration redefining the term recession?
That doesn't sound like a recession to me.
This is the worst recession we've been in. To be honest, we've never had a recession where gas, housing, you name it. At one time, even when people's houses were going into foreclosure, those people that lost their homes could at least still go into a grocery store and buy a regular price item. Now you've got houses that are out of control, cars out of control, gas out of control, food out of control.
So technically we're in a recession, but Joe Biden and his administration say we're not. What do you think about that?
He crazy too.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you think that he's doing a good job or a bad job as president?
Bad job. He making it worse. Hell, we could have kept Donald Trump for this. As a 17-year-old who is in college and high school, I'm indoor credit. If you need help, just let us know, because I'll step in. Because at this point, y'all ain't doing it right. I am a female, so yes, I'm aware of what Trump has done in the past. But as far as running a country, he did better than Biden.
I feel like everything going up. Like it's not making sense to me how when Trump was here, everything was low. Like we had like $2-3 worth of gas.
A lot of people are going to actually vote for Trump that never thought. This Oak Cliff, Texas. Trust me, a lot of us will vote for him now than we did before because we went for the good guy saying the right things, but as soon as he got in office, he did everything wrong. He turned around every policy that Trump done.
Wow. So black neighborhood, black Democrats in the parking lot of a grocery store, either going in or coming. None of those people like Trump, but they can't wait to vote for him. They all hate him. And the one, I don't know what she was. We know what Trump done. They got all this.
I made a note here. What is it they think he's done?
She doesn't care. He's done some things she doesn't like, but she doesn't care because Biden sucks. This. So this is an amazing thing. So these are Trump haters that have all these weird ideas about President Trump in their mind, and even they are going to vote for Donald Trump. So when you ask for Biden supporters to call in, I'd love to hear from some, but I'm not sure they exist. I mean, these are Trump haters, and they hate Biden. You know what I mean? So hating Trump does not equal supporting Biden anymore. That's how bad things are out there. This is we've never seen something like this with a political party, Steve.
Pretty amazing.
It's fun to watch. Oh my goodness. I usually on election night go to bed early because I got to be up early on the next morning. And I mean, even the presidential elections, I go to bed, I wake up, I find out in the morning. This one may be the biggest bloodbath that any of us alive have ever seen. I don't know if I'll be able to go to bed for that. I might want to stay up and watch it. Make myself go to sleep if I can, maybe. But this one's going to be brutal. And, on election night, this midterm, 188 Trump victories so far. We're going to be well over 200. The mainstream media are not going to be calling these elections until really late in the evening because they're going to put things off as long as they can, because they're going to it's going to be such a wave based on what we're seeing, and this doesn't just, these are people that are lifelong Democrats, black Democrats at the grocery store voting Trump. A lot, yeah.
Stat is, to me, was on in that second round of, what do they call it,
the straw polls?
Straw polls. They asked, what is the most important issue to you? And then, you know what the number one issue was?
I didn't pay attention to that part of it. No, what was it?
You're going to be shocked. You'll be shocked, but you won't really be shocked when you think about it. The most important thing was election.
Mm. Well, it looks like it's going pretty well with 188 victories, including Kerry Lake won every county in Arizona, every county, including Maricopa. And you would have thought, with the billionaire wife running in the McCain machine, that they could have pulled one county out, but they did. But that the interview with the people at the grocery store, it's not just that there are Democrats that are going to vote Republican for the first time. It depresses their vote too. So the Democrat turnout is going to be one of the lowest turnouts we've ever seen in a midterm. They're going to tell us midterm turnouts are always low. Well, they're always lower than during the presidential election because that's like the World Cup. But the Democrat voter turnout, I'm not so sure it's going to be low. I think a lot of it's going to turn out and vote Republican. I mean, the prices are out of control on things. Let's take a call or two. I think we have time maybe for one call before the break, and then it'll be the Gold Report, and we'll try to squeeze some more in. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, voice from the past. Hey, Wayne, here's a Biden lover. Let's hear it.
Okay, you can continue fooling yourself. If you think that Trump is going to be around, you'll see. You shall see. First of all, he has a lot of legal to overcome. So if you think he's going to run, it's going to be fun. No, it ain't going to happen, buddy. It ain't going to happen.
So you figure if things go the way you've got it planned, he'll get knocked out.
My best hope, the bone of contention is that Trump the Trump and his daughter, what you call it, the skanker Trump and all of those. You think they're going to do it? You think they're going to make anything of themselves? They're the bunch of crooks, and if you think they're going to go anywhere, we shall.
Crooks? Crooks? Did I hear the word crooks?
They're a bunch of crooks.
Like Hunter Biden kind of crooks?
You can Hunter Biden, even if you want to call him.
Well, listen, we're up against the break. Do you want to hold Wayne over, Steve? Okay, we'll put you on hold, Wayne. You can regroup. Hopefully, we'll see if he can hold the fake accent during the break. Oh, well, we lost it there, Rich. I guess that was my fault. Okay, listen, we're up against the break. Oh no, we lost. Oh, now we lost. Our whole board was cleared now. Okay, that's okay. Well, no, not quite yet. Not quite yet, Steve. We're having a technical issue. I think Wayne left to see if he could find the rest of his fake accent to get him through after the break. But no, Ray, if you want to call back, Wayne, you can call back and tell us how Trump's not going to make... Not the accent. Not the accent. Yeah, Queens. Jamaica, Queens. Yeah, all right, listen. We're going to take our break and come back with the Gold Report with William Youngerman. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Back after this. All right, listen. We're going to take our break and come back with the Gold Report with William Youngerman. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Back after this.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, let's check in with William Youngerman with our first look at the gold and precious metal prices for the week. William Youngerman, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How you doing?
Great. How the metals look?
Metals look good. It gave us a little buying opportunity on Friday with gold down $14.80 after it ran up pretty good
Steve Kane
week,
Show.
almost all the way up to $1,800.
Steve Kane Show.
The week at $1,776.
Steve Kane Show.
Silver was down 25 cents on Friday,
Hold on.
closing at $19.
Steve Kane Show.
While platinum was up $5
Hold on.
at $9.34, and palladium closed up $60 at $2,064. This morning we see gold up $6.50 at $17.8290 right now, while silver's up 39 cents, back up over that $20 number. $20.30 right now. Platinum up $2 at $9.36, and palladium up $61 at $2,125. Oil down to about $88 a barrel. The U.S. dollar slightly lower this morning.
Yeah, now William Youngerman's located right here in Boca, but no matter where you are, you can do business with William Youngerman, even if you're out of state. What's the best recommendation on buys today you have, William Youngerman?
We still like platinum at these lower levels, and of course silver is a real bargain down at these levels. And gold, you just got to have gold in your portfolio. If you don't, you have no financial or economic insurance policy.
So platinum, like gold and silver, comes in the bullion coins. Like all the major mints have coins in platinum. William Youngerman opens up weekdays at 10. If you want to stop in person, that's awesome. He's right here in Boca at 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. Online, WilliamYoungerman.com, or you can give him a call. Again, they open up at 10 a.m. Toll free, 800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. All right, William Youngerman, we will touch base tomorrow. All right, back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here, and Wayne is back, and he was just about to tell us how it was over for Trump. Go ahead, Wayne.
Well, before I want to support one of your advertiser, William Youngerman, with all the economy is doing so great, I might need to go and get some platinum and some gold from him too. Especially with all the Democrats is doing, with that new law that comes through the IRA. Hopefully the House will support it. With the new one that comes through the IRA.
We got to wait. I can't believe this.
Well,
so happy with what my buddy Biden is doing. He's making the economy great again.
What? Okay. Hey, Wayne. Wayne, what sector of the economy is doing well under Biden?
Well, last week, Thursday or Friday, I heard that unemployment was so. And I tried to rumble under the unemployment line.
Notice how the accent gets heavier when we ask him to explain himself. All right, do you want to move on, Steve? Okay, bye. All right. All right. Bye, Mon. I'm glad he mentioned that about the unemployment numbers. Okay. Do you know how you know what they're doing with the numbers? You know what they're doing? Oh, do you want to tell? I was going to tell people okay. They're cooking the books. Okay. Here's what they're doing. The number of people in America that have multiple jobs have increased dramatically to historic high levels. People with 2 and 3 jobs. So if you're a guy and you have 2 jobs, they're counting that twice, not just 1. All right? And they're usually part-time jobs. So a guy has 2 or 3 part-time jobs, they count that as 3 jobs, or 2 jobs if it's 2 part-time jobs. And that's how they are artificially inflating the employment numbers. But I'm sure Wayne... Oh, yeah. Well, if you're a crooked accountant, yeah. I mean, that's what, I guess. I don't know. All right. 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. I thought, this is what I thought with Jamaican Wayne. The break time gave him time to regroup, right? Where he could get together some answers for what we were asking him before. And when we left before the break, he was going to tell us how it was over for Trump. And when we came back, he was just babbling in a very, very heavy accent, heavier than before the break, about other things. All right, good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah, sounds like you.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. This is Tony in Margate.
Hey, Tony.
I'm not pro-Biden. I'm a Republican. But I'm anti-Trump. But I really wanted to talk to you about...
Whoa. I'll settle first. If I can't get anti-Biden, I'll take the thing on Trump. What is it you don't like about Trump?
I don't like the way he tried to steal the election. That's really what it comes down to.
Wish or think that he will not be allowed to run. That's what you said. If they want to. And indictments don't mean it. Are you under the impression that indictment and conviction is the same thing?
No, Steve. I don't think he's going to be indicted.
Did you watch the hearings?
Yes, I'm watching the hearings very closely.
Yeah, okay. Well, and you don't. So you don't believe what Liz Cheney says, right?
And
so they're making it up. You're telling me that.
So many assumptions. I'm putting so many words in my mouth.
And I'm asking. I just get paid to ask.
Steve Kane Show.
I mean, you're saying saying that, you're saying there's no evidence to it.
Exactly. I'm saying there's a lot of evidence and there's a lot of information that indicates that his behavior was not presidential, was nefarious. But I don't think there's
nefarious. You think it reached the level of nefarious?
Yes. Yes.
How many years do you get for nefarious?
We talk a lot.
4 more, Steve.
What?
4 more. You know, I'm a little confused. Let me ask you this, because the caller here said, yeah, I am confused, yeah, because you're confusing me. You said the way that Trump carried himself on January 6th you don't approve of. Do you mean when he came outside the White House and told everyone to leave and go home? You don't approve of that, the way he carried himself? Peacefully?
You mean, Brian, you mean that mealy mouth hostage video that he did 3 hours after the fact?
No, before the event even happened, he said he said peacefully.
That mealy mouth hostage video, is that what you're talking about?
Oh, so who was holding Trump hostage?
He was holding himself hostage because he...
Oh my gosh. I think he's the one confused, not me, Steve.
Sounds...
No, when he said in his speech, go to the Capitol peacefully. Peacefully. So what's the part that he did wrong? He said peacefully.
Unfortunately, if you were looking at the transcript of Lynn Cheney's transcript, you won't find it there because they managed to cut it out. But you know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I heard.
Why did they cut it out? Why did when Trump actually addressed the crowd and said, "Go in peace," and they edited that out? What does that tell you? Just show me you got a brain here that you can put 2 ideas together. What does it tell you?
It tells me that the 1-6 committee is one-sided. Is that
yes.
Right?
Okay.
It's one
phony. In other words, phony.
Covers up evidence.
However, his behavior after the what went.
You know, this is if you're driving by a bank and it's being robbed and you don't go in and stop it, are you as guilty as the bank robbers? No, it's a perfect analogy. I know it doesn't fit your narrative. President Trump offered Nancy Pelosi over 10,000 National Guard troops prior to January 6th, and she refused. No, it's not under dispute. The Secretary of Defense confirmed it, and she turned it down. It's not under. You're disputing it because you're just not informed.
I know what the Secretary of Defense said when he was on Sean Hannity.
Oh yeah, what did? Yeah, I do too. He said that. Yeah.
By the way, who is the Secretary of Defense?
No. Yeah, but you know what he said. You can look it up. Can I clarify that, Steve? I'll just tell you. He did not when he was under oath. They asked him if President Trump ordered the troops there, and the answer was no. And the reason he didn't order the troops there was because Pelosi turned them down, so he didn't order them. He offered them on multiple occasions. Oh, he just Googled it. He just Googled. He didn't even hear what I said. No, he's a liberal, Steve. He has no shame. No, because Pelosi, no, that's not true. He didn't order, see, you were busy Googling, you didn't hear when I explained it, so I'll explain it again while you were busy Googling. And your notes, our callers have notes. I don't have notes. Steve doesn't have notes. He didn't order the troops there because Pelosi turned them down. And that was testified to. He didn't order them because Pelosi turned them down. He offered them on multiple occasions. But listen, thanks for the call. We're out of time. Call us on hold. I'm sorry we didn't get to you today, but we're here every day. You can catch us tomorrow, and yeah. Well, we were nice to him. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Well, listen, we'll be back tomorrow. The Steve Kane Show airs weekdays from 5 till 9, Monday through Friday. I'm Brian Craig, Steve Kane. So you're going to be in the hotel room still tomorrow, Steve, or are you going to go home? You don't know? The connection in the hotel room is awesome. It is awesome. It sounds good. It sounds clear. Yeah, I think so. The acoustics are perfect. All right, we're out of time, but we'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Thanks for listening, everyone.
You think we ought to rent it?
Yeah, I think so. The acoustics are perfect. All right, we're out of time. All right, guys, listen. I got to run, but thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. All right, if you're new, please subscribe. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.